let's talk about self-concept for a minute. Your self-concept is important because who you know yourself to be, who you think you are, is like more fuel into how you perceive your world and thus how you create it. Because we create from perception, we create from what we think things to be. So if you look out into your world and you think it's terrible, it's horrible, it's filled with hate, that's what you are going to see. That's what you're going to notice. That's what your reticular activating system in your brain, part of your brain, it's like a filter, it's like a lens, is going to show you. So it's very important to have a self-concept, a identity that is aligned with who you want to be and what you want to create in the world. So being so aware of what you want. So often we are just stuck in this 3D programming and we just take what we get. And therefore we're creating the same day over and over again. Like Groundhog's Day, if you've seen that movie, I might be dating myself, but Bill Murray, it's a classic, at least was in my time. We're going to recreate the same thing over and over. And so we want to get curious. We want to ask ourselves, who do we want to be? Who do we want to show up to be? Because who we are in this moment in time, unless you've been doing this work, is a program. It's what you have accepted. It's identities, they're concepts. They're things that you've been like, yeah, that's me, either because we've been told and we accepted it, or maybe if we're aware and awake to that, to all of this, we've started to choose certain parts of us that we want to be. So ask yourself, who do I want to be? What identifiers do I want to have in my life? What do I want to identify as? Do I want to identify as I am rich? Do I want to identify that I'm beautiful? I am loved, right? Because we've already picked up a bunch of stuff that we are not growing up. I feel like all of us who've gone through childhood have not come out unscathed, right? I know I was told that I was ugly, that I would never amount to anything, that I'm not smart, that I'm stupid. So I held on to those throughout a great part of my life. And then as I became a teen, late teen, and adult, I was like, I'm not any of those. Like, no, that's not me. That's not who I am. That's what I was told, but that's not who I am. And that's also, more importantly, where our power lies, not who I choose to be. Because when I choose to be those things that I've been told, I feel like crap. And the fact that I feel like crap is instantaneous understanding within my spirit, within who I am, to not be true. Your body is a lie detector, right? You feel crap, you know it's not true. There's a greater truth present that we have to tell ourselves. And identity, self-concept is a part of that. And when you can identify as I'm rich, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, I'm awesome, I'm smart, all these things that we would rather choose to be, we feel that better, right? But we feel that, especially if we continually practice those thoughts, right? Because again, if you've listened to me for any amount of time, you understand that what you think is what you create from, right? When you have a thought in your head that I am beautiful, you're going to feel a certain way. A good feeling on some level, right? Maybe happy, joy, relief, I don't know, especially if you've thought the opposite. And then from there, you're going to go into your life, living your life, doing things, and you're going to do them from that belief system, from that energy. And you're going to create something drastically different if you went around thinking that you're ugly, that you're horrible, that you'll never amount to anything, right? Because those are going to make you feel a certain way. And then you're going to go out into your world and you're going to act upon that, right? Or from that state of being. So I want you to take some time today to ask yourself, who do you want to be? Who do you want to identify as? A person that makes stuff happen, that has a successful business, right? You get to choose. You get to choose who you want to be. You get to choose what you think to yourself, right? Nobody else gets that right unless you accept it, which is what the program has been. But we get to interrupt that. We get to reprogram. We get to rewire. We get to choose because we are that powerful. We are consciousness. We are a soul. We are so much more than this physical being, that which we identify as right? The meat suit that we identify as all these things that we've identified for. But if they're not serving you and you're not creating the life that you want, you got to think back to who you are, who you choose to be, and practice that every single day. Live from that every single day and watch how things change in your life. If this has served you on any level, please give me a heart in the comment. I know it will for the right person who needs to hear it. And if this work excites you on any level, this is the work that I help women with. I help growth-minded women to help break free from self-doubt and the spirals that they get stuck in so that they can start creating the life that they want. So if that sounds exciting to you, message me, email me, whatever. But if not, have a blessed day and go live your best life.